G'day everybody, it's Matt Dawn from Lawnporn. Get your lawn on. In today's video, we're putting down the sod in my bare areas. So let's get to it. So if you've been following my lawn, I took this over late March. That's just as autumn started, and it had a lot of weeds, a lot of grassy weeds, a lot of broadleaf weeds, and it was also very, very low in areas, and it just needed a top dress. Got some top dress down and got some regrowth back into those areas. At the same time, I was getting rid of my broadleaf weeds with bow and arrow herbicide and my grassy weeds using Tribute. There was a garden bed. I got permission to remove it, got irrigation in. So now I've flattened out my areas. I had some choices here. I could have just let it grow in and sprig it with what I had, but I do want a quick result. I've decided to get some turf. In my last video, I did leveling the area. Look, it was a bit of a guesstimate, because I want my lawn to be level with my concrete veranda. I might need to add some soil to it now. Looking at the sod on the pallet, I'm definitely going to have to. When is the best time to put sod down? Well, there's no real best time. You can do it any time of year. However, in winter, it will take longer for the roots to attach to the ground, where spring and summer, it'll attach quite readily. But that's okay. We're coming into spring in a couple of weeks, so that's why I'm getting it down now. Let's have a look at what we got. So this is a sod here, so look a little bit off compared to what you'd usually get. That's what happens when you get sod in winter. So this is Santa Ana sod, and that's matching the grass type that I've got. So if we have a look at it, it's not too bad. Obviously not the best that it can be. Just grab one sod roll and see how my levels are. I suspect I'm going to have to put some more soil down. Sitting a little bit lower than the concrete. I wanted to sit it a little bit more level. Probably a bit hard to see, but it probably needs to come up in 10 millimeters of soil. That's what I'm going to have to do first. And it's right to the edge. Alright, that's much better. See, rolling straight off. Lawn, there's no drop, it's just right. So sprinklers are nice and easy. You just find it and cut it. Sprinkler, there it is. Wasn't the best of cuts, but it doesn't matter. Put it all in there, and that'll go in anyway. So this is going to be quite a bit higher than this, but we're going to gently bring that down into that. It'll still be a little bit higher than this. It'll look a little bit weird for a while, but this stuff here will reno around about mid-September for me, and bring it all up and, you know, flatten it out somewhat. sun's out. And you can see the shade that I have here. This is 11 o'clock in the morning, and now this area is just starting to get a bit of sun. And that's really going to factor into my watering of the area, because I'm going to have to keep this moist while it's grounding in. So a bit of syringe watering, because it doesn't see any sun really till midday and afternoon. I'll probably just water 5 minutes early in the morning just to get rid of any dew, and probably a session at 11 for 10 minutes and a session at say 2 o'clock for 10 minutes. That should keep this area quite all right with moisture. We can't let it dry out. I also don't want to overwater the grass that's already out there. So yeah, so that's the plan. Even though it's in the shade, it's looking good from this angle. And yeah, it's working out quite well. Now we're just going to put some soil in the gaps. Oh, as you can see, we're destroyed. Happy with that. Oh, sun's come out on cue. It's looking really good. I think we forgot to cut one. So putting sod down is really easy. So lay your sod down in a brick pattern so the edges aren't matching up, because those edges will die back a little bit naturally. You want to lessen getting ruts and rows of all edges. Lay your sod down over your obstacles like sprinklers and valve boxes and cut after to get a nice fit. Butt up all your rolls nice and tight to each other. You can lessen the effect of the edges dying back by putting some soil in those gaps. So depending on your conditions, for the first couple of weeks you'll need to syringe water. So you'll have to keep the sod wet while it's growing in. The root system is quite shallow, so it doesn't need deep watering. It just needs the water available at the surface there. So for me, a couple of times a day for 10 minutes each is what I'm going to do. For fertilising, yes, you can fertilise, but really go easy with it. It's all new, it's all a shock to the turf. The soil that I've got here is pretty rich, so I've left the fertilising, but next week I'll probably start fertilising with something that assists the root development, like Launch Plus, and I might mix a bit of root builder in with that, but it'll be a very low level because grass is new and it needs time to adjust to the feed. So I'm really glad I've got this down. I was sick of looking at the mud pie. It still kind of looks a little bit like a mud pie, but spring is 2 weeks away. I'm excited, and this lawn is going to be a lot of fun. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and you'll get notified when I drop a video. Get your lawn on.